I'm going to use a risky word today. One of those words that so many people have misconstrued. They've misapplied it. They've made it something that it really isn't. And I may be one of them. Welcome to Leading Leaders Podcast. 5-minute videos, 5 days a week. I'm Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast. There's a word that I kind of grew up with, and I've come to understand that what I always believed that word meant has great meaning and great purpose and a great sense of value and a great sense of character and identity. And because of my understanding of the meaning of that word, I've always taught it as a really good, powerful technique and trait, character trait of the people around me. But I've come to understand that some people view this same word, in fact, not just the word, but the general overall ideology as oppressive, as borderline violent, as misogynist, as sexist. To me, that's baffling. And here's the word. It's in the text. The word is chivalry. And the way I understood chivalry, the way chivalry was taught to me, was that it means to have kind of the heart of a servant. That a young man, a boy, a grown man, should always respect women and children first. Whether you're talking about the sinking of the Titanic or walking into the movie theater or the mall or the restaurant. When you're going through a door, if you're the male, the man, the gentleman, the boy, you should hold the door open and let women and children go through first. You should open the door for them. Open the door for others, serving others. See, to me, that's a character trait of humility. It's stepping aside and letting someone else go first. It's not always taking the preeminent position. It's letting someone else go first. It's protecting them. It's guarding them. It's looking out for them. That's the way I've always understood chivalry. So if you ask me, is chivalry dead? Or why should I use it or employ it myself as a young man growing up? Then I'm going to say, well, A, I don't think it's dead. I think it's very much alive, but it's in the hearts of people. And B, I would say you should learn to employ it, because I don't care how successful you are or how successful you want to be. It's not about the amount of money you put in the bank or the amount of things that you buy and sell and the amount of things that you own. In the end, it's about who you become. That's the true measure of success. And if chivalry along the way teaches you to respect others, to give to others, to serve others first, to put yourself last, you will be a much better who. And if that's the end game of the measurement of success, the who that you become along the way, then chivalry is a great investment in that. Now, some have said, and I've heard them, in fact, it's been said to me, walking across the parking lot, I get to the door at the same time as a young lady that I don't know, and I will step a little bit ahead to grab the door handle. I've had them literally step behind me and wait for me to go inside and let the door close again. And then they come in and glare me down, stare me like a dragon in the eyeballs and say, I can open the door myself. And I think, okay. And if your hands had been full, I would have slammed the door in your face just to make sure you could open the door yourself, right? Is that what you want out of life? Is that the kind of relationships you want to have? See, all of my life as I've trained my sons growing up from the time they were old enough to let go of my hands in the parking lot, I've instilled it in them that if you're 7, 8, 10 years old and you see a lady pushing a stroller toward the door of a building, you know she can't get that stroller through that door by herself. Run ahead of her, outrun her, open the door, and help her get in. That's a kind thing to do. It's a gentlemanly thing to do. To pick up the tab, to put the other person first, to open the doors for them, to be more concerned about their well-being than you are about your own. To me, that's chivalry. And yeah, it may be an old idea. It may be an antiquated idea. It may even be based on its original meaning and purpose, because I haven't studied the etymology of the word. It may be that that's not what they intended it to be. Maybe they did mean that it was tyrannical men ruling over everybody else, but I don't think so. And whatever label you want to slap on it, maybe chivalry isn't the word you want to use. Still, be kind. Open the door for other people. Let them go first. And don't put yourself first every time. That humility will take you a long way. I'm Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast for Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a blessed day.
Now for our extensive video library of leadership lessons promoting faith, family, and freedom.